What's up, everyone? Today, Chef Daddy Lau is going to teach us how to cook Chinese broccoli with oyster sauce. Also known as Gai Lan in Cantonese, this is a super easy recipe that I ate almost every single week growing up. Even for a quote-unquote simple dinner, my dad would have at least 3 or 4 courses, and Gai Lan was always in the rotation as his go-to vegetable dish. Not only is my dad a master flautist playing this song right now, he's cooked Gai Lan literally over 100,000 times over his 50 years as a chef. So stay tuned for his recipe and all of his secrets. Also, during mealtime, my parents answered a bunch of your questions on how to buy fresh Gai Lan, how to store it, and how to achieve the perfect, soft, crunchy bite. If you're looking for a written version of this recipe, check out our blog post at madewithlau.com, where you'll find an adjustable list of ingredients and step-by-step videos to guide you as you make the recipe at home. Hope you guys enjoy!
朋友們，大家好！今日係同大家介紹一個點樣整好靚嘅蠔油芥蘭呵，好簡單嘅啫。我首先而家咧擺咗鑊落去，俾水俾油落去先嚇。
If you wanted to save time and have a water kettle, you can start boiling water. For a pound of Gai Lan, we'll need to bring about 6 to 7 cups of water to a boil. Set the stove to high heat and start heating the wok as well.
啲水咧多啲水都冇所謂，多啲水嘅話咧，啲菜咧就快脆啲熟，即係唔想啲菜喺個水上面浸咗太長時間。視乎你幾多菜，如果你多菜就再多啲水。我而家1磅咁啊芥蘭6杯7杯水咁上下啦，應該呢個先放啲油上去，呢個係橄欖油嚟嘅，一個湯匙咁上下嘅油，一個茶匙嘅鹽。我哋咧鹽同油俾落噶啦，嗱，所以啲芥蘭梗係要洗乾淨先啦，係嘛？咁先至擺落去噶嘛。嗱，如果你啲芥蘭，如果係呢度係粗嘅咧，中間咁開佢，等佢快脆啲熟。有啲粗嘅，有啲幼嘅，係咪？即係佢等佢容易啲熟，一齊熟嚇，就係咁簡單啦。我哋而家咧將啲菜擺落去。擺落去之後咧，冚住個蓋佢，等佢滾咗，可以再俾多啲水上去，等佢浸過啲菜，一齊熟得快脆啲啦，係嘛？浸咗佢，校到最 high 嘅最猛嘅火，你冚住蓋佢，等佢滾咗之後咧，你中意係爽啲嘅2、3分鐘就可以拎起佢啦。如果你想要再腍啲嘅咧，你再煮多1、2分鐘佢，隨得你中意啦。呢個就係好容易嘅。
咁兩三分鐘係咪你等滾先？
滾咗先計。咁樣做咧，啲菜咧佢就流起上嚟嘅話咧，佢就好青綠色，好綠色嘅，好脆嘅。咁你知咩？所以餐館人哋做嗰啲菜咁青色綠色嘅咧，佢就係乜嘢落油落鹽先，而且佢個鑊水好大鑊嘅，咁所以嗰啲菜就快脆啲熟咯。如果佢快脆啲熟，唔使啲熱水浸得耐，咁啲菜個營養就唔會分散出去啦，知道嘛？如果你浸得時間長咧，嗰啲葉綠素咪喺啲菜喺啲水嗰度去晒咯，明白嘛？所以俾多啲水佢，分佢快啲熟。
如果你用凍洗咧，咁係咪冇咁好啊？
連埋菜連埋凍水咁落啲菜就唔好啦。你煲熟煮熟啲菜嘅時候就變咗黃色噶啦，一定係要滾水先至落菜。如果係喺餐館咧，早已經熟咗啦。呢個鑊佢啲水好大鑊，開始滾啦，一陣將佢滾水啦，差唔多開始滾啦。反住你反佢係啊，睇到嘛？啲菜已經綠色係咪？煮一陣間佢就會得噶啦。呢啲細條嘅就已經係熟噶啦。嗱，嗰啲大條嘅咧就要煮多一陣間啦，好快脆。而家咧啲菜就基本熟噶啦，你知道佢腍唔夠腍，搣一搣佢得噶啦。嗱，擠出嚟，好啦，咁就啱啱好啦，佢好爽，好爽甜。如果你話想佢再腍啲嘅咧，咁你又再煮佢2分鐘。好，我哋開始留起佢嚇。好啦，我哋呢個蠔油芥蘭就已經整熟咗啦。俾嚿剪下佢，剪呢佢2下或者3下，咁食起嚟咪好容易方便啲啦，係嘛？嗱，睇住剪佢，係嘛？咁咪好靚。通常餐館做咧，佢就將啲油再煮咗，再擺落去。 嗱，我哋自己係自己食屋企食嘅咧，就唔需要咁煮啦。橄欖油就咁淋啲橄欖油上去得㗎啦。係啊，俾佢一個湯匙佢上去，因為佢本身已經有啲油一齊煮㗎啦嘛，咁就唔使再需要好多油。蠔油咧，一個湯匙嘅蠔油。好啦，咁就基本得㗎啦。再落多少少落去嚇，你中意鹹啲嘅咪落多啲咯，唔緊要啫啊。好，咁就整好嘅呢個蠔油芥蘭啦。
If you have dietary restrictions, vegetarian mushroom oyster sauce is a great alternative to the standard oyster sauce, which is made with oyster extract. There's also a brand called Wok Mei that makes a gluten-free oyster sauce, but it still contains oyster extract. We've included links to buy both sauces in our description and on our blog.
嗱，多一樣話俾大家聽，西芥蘭一樣咁做法，咩菜都可以咁樣做，用呢個方法做，用呢個方法做咧，佢煮出嚟佢嘅菜咧就會好綠色啊，特別係生菜咧，咁樣做出嚟就效果更加好，非常好嘅啊，係咪？
Just like Chinese broccoli, we'll be boiling our broccoli in salt and olive oil for 2 to 3 minutes. It's pretty impressive that my dad wasn't using a timer here, since this batch of broccoli took exactly 2 minutes and 58 seconds to cook.
Yep. 嗱，同樣嘅方法，因為呢度已經有油有鹽喺度噶啦。嗱，錄出嚟嘅芥蘭係咪好青綠？係咪？好啦，搞掂晒，少少蠔油上去。OK。嗱，呢個就蠔油芥蘭搞掂啦，就得啦。
唔對，空對日日time。
唔該。
執筷子食飯，執筷子嗱，執筷子食飯。
哇
Cheers!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we eat this dish at least average 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You never get tired to eat.
We're going to try something different today. We have a bunch of questions from the internet because we told people that we're making Gai Lan. First question is, how do you pick good Gai Lan from the grocery stores?
佢喺 market 買個，你冇咩點樣揀？一包包喺度嘅，我睇下個口，我話俾你聽下，新鮮嘅咁就新鮮啦。如果個口係深色啲嘅話，啲好似咁嘅色嘅咧就唔好啦，就唔新鮮啦。
如果啲葉係
啲葉青色啦嘛，如果唔係新鮮，佢就黃色啦，係咪？
Usually we even 3 to 4 days still cook good.
I also wanted to know, how do you keep it fresh? Your whole fridge is always like really fresh veggies. Sometimes ours go bad. So how do you keep yours so fresh?
買翻嚟啊，要整到佢冇濕，俾個膠袋入住嘅時候咧，俾塊紙咁包住佢。佢嗰啲紙咧可以吸嗰啲水分，唔好俾啲菜濕 ，keep 住啲菜唔好濕就得啦。如果有濕嘅嘢，啲菜啲葉咧就會爛㗎。
The people walk in the market, they want to make the gai lan look good, so they spray water.
嗱，如果你擺開嘅咧，佢會吹乾咗啲水之後咧，俾膠袋入翻佢。
我講英文啦，我講英文。After we get the gai lan in the market, almost every time
咩菜都好得，咩菜都好。
我講咗先啦，等我講咗先啦，唔好插我嘴先得嘅啫。After we get the gai lan in the market, use the tray, put paper under, separate each gai lan. See, this is very wet, right?
This is when you first get home?
Yes. The other vegetable, we do the same thing. Maybe take about 3 to 4 hours.
Can you leave it out too long? Like what if you leave it out 6 hours? Is it bad?
No, that not too long.
Okay.
Not too long.
So people that work, they could do it in the morning and they can come back after work and put it away?
That might be too long.
Okay.
That might be too long. We usually only 4 to 5 hours.
Okay.
Like some of the store, they put this Chinese broccoli, not able to sell it out for many days. That's already very old. But we don't know. You see the gai lan can bend over. See, very easy to bend.
Do you want to hear that like snap?
That is good.
That is good.
Oh, very easy to break. That's good.
That's good. If not easy to break, that is too old.
Okay. It's more rubbery like.
And sometimes the flour, see,
Yeah.
No,
啲
there's
花
yellow.
嗬，呢度有啲花。
Yeah.
If this flour or green, that is good.
Oh really? Okay.
But
If it's yellow.
if yellow or open,
Yeah.
not that good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Wow.
So when we get this from the market, right, come home, this gai lan is very, very wet, right? We rub over like this.
Do you do like
And then we put in the plastic bag.
do you do like a rubber band or just that?
Just like this, loose. Not too tight, just loose. So this is the plastic bag, right? We put it inside. Like this.
So for the bag, do you have to like close it? Or
You
do
want to leave it open?
Do you want to leave it open?
We close, open a little bit like this. Few hole. All the vegetables, they just like us, they breathe. So the paper towel absorb the moist. We don't want the moist and the wet stay inside. So we open a little bit, just open like this. You can see, sometimes you buy orange, right? Apple, you can see a lot of hole in the plastic bag. Do you know why? Because let the moist come out from there.
You said though for for fruits, you don't need to do the paper towel, right? Like blueberries, strawberries.
If you do paper towel, it's better.
Is it? Okay.
Better.
That's why they have like at the bottom of the strawberries, they have that little thing that gets the moisture, right?
We almost anything with the paper towel if we want to keep like until a week.
I see. Cool. Do you ever change out the paper towel and do new ones?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
When do you do that?
If
你
we
水得你水。
if we feel inside is too moist and too wet,
Yeah.
2 days? Every
maybe
day?
3 to 4 days like that.
A few people ask, how do you keep the stems soft, the leaves not soggy, still crunchy but not hard?
醬公芥蘭係咪啊？咁啱唔啱食？
Yeah.
好食啊嘛？OK， 咁咪好咯。就頭先見到我點樣做咧？
Just watch the video.
啊，
Just watch the video.
水要大鑊啲水，多啲水，俾油，啲鹽落去先，滾水先至俾啲菜落去。滾咗之後咧，1分鐘、2分鐘就已經得㗎啦。
油同埋鹽啊。
落啲油先、鹽先咧，就 keep 住啲菜 green 色、綠色嘅。如果你唔落油落鹽咧，啲菜就啞色嘅，好似好暗色咁樣，好似你個人化咗妝咁樣嘅面。係啊，
The oil will just like a makeup, like look very shiny, look
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
老翻嗰不過你一樣咁啫嘛，一樣咁煮啫嘛，係咪爽唔爽啊？一樣，呢啲唔一樣啫嘛。一樣，你就算係白菜都好，白菜你落咗油，落啲鹽先，焗出嚟啲菜靚，好靚，你知嘛？如果你唔落油落鹽咧，就啞色嘅，好似你冇化妝咁啦。
Every time you guys make Gai Lan, do you make soup afterwards with the water?
最好就冇。你咁熱上嚟飲都冇所謂，都冇害。不過嗰啲湯咧會有啲唔係好似啲白菜咁嘅味啦。如果白菜啲湯咧就好飲啲，佢啲菜咧就有少少係澀澀地嘅。通常啲人都唔愛嚟飲。如果你話要飲都冇話冇害嘅，啲菜湯嚟啫嘛。啲菜湯都對個人咧又好似問題就冇咁好飲。
A few people had asked about, like in the restaurants, it's like maybe more of a ginger essence or more garlic essence. How do you make that? How do you get that more restaurant taste?
係講炒芥蘭啊嘛。我哋聽啦，如果炒芥蘭咧，通常咧有落薑同蒜嘅，兩樣都落。炒芥蘭最緊要咧薑、蒜、酒、糖呢4樣。如果係炒嘅咧，一樣呢4樣。呢芥蘭唔同啦。炒芥蘭就俾啲油炒香佢啲薑同蒜，聞到啲薑蒜味咧，咁先倒啲菜落去。
你中意邊樣多啲？
兩樣都中意。
I like both.
兩樣中意。但係你如果炒芥蘭咧，一樣係要咁樣淥過先炒。
咁煲幾耐啊？
時間短
一
啲。
滾咗留起佢，滾水之後咧，咁留起佢，勁咗
唔等2分鐘咁一定幾？
唔使留，唔使等。
唔使等2分鐘，2分鐘會。
咩啊？
For these ones, you're boiling it. Do you ever steam it? Like, do you ever steam it like
Oh, yeah.
broccoli?
我未試，我唔。
我哋
未蒸，佢蒸過。
Okay.
我哋唔做呢啲。
可唔可以啊？
啊？
可以蒸。
可以蒸，你中意咪得咯。你係認為你個人中意啫嘛。如果你中意蒸，咪蒸咯。
蒸都可以。
嗱，我話俾你聽，蒸咧，你一樣可以俾啲薑同蒜鋪喺面上蒸都得。
然後蒸熟之後咧，就落豉油或者蠔油啊，咁係咪？
In Daddy's opinion, is it like the tastes come out better when you boil it than steam it?
睇你每個人嘅中意愛好係點樣。有啲人中意呢個，有啲人中意炒嘅味道，炒就香啲，炒出嚟佢哋有啲鑊氣啊嘛。有啲人中意嗰個味道，炒就佢有咗蒜頭啊，有啲薑啊咁，有酒啊咁，個炒就炒香啲。呢個咧就清啲，原汁原味，知道嘛
？I think
呢個菠蘿就芥蘭嘅味喺度，菠蘿喺度，炒同咁樣嘅唔同嘅食法有，但係呢個都好多人就食，炒又好多人食炒，蒸我就未見過人蒸。
西芥蘭有人蒸。I think that the difference it is after you boil the 芥蘭, some of the 芥蘭 flavor will be squeezed into the water.
Yeah.
So we will lose a little, like 100% taste from the 芥蘭. But if you fry, just very short timing,
Yeah.
the 芥蘭stay in the boiling water. So the flavor inside the 芥蘭still like a kind of much more keep it inside the 芥蘭. So the 芥蘭taste, it is more than the boiling 芥蘭.
Okay.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah. But this one was boiled.
Yeah.
I like the boil.
I think I like the boil too.
It's still like the taste
It's
is
still
there, but
tasty.
it's not as like intense.
Yeah.
I think when you stir fry, it's too much for me.
That's what my dad was saying.
Yeah. I like the boiled
This is
better.
more like clear.
Yeah. It's more light tasting.
咁樣食咧健康啲，我唔使炒過，我就係用嗰啲橄欖油啫嘛。
I was gonna say, you know what I think too? When it's boiled, I'll eat more because it's tastier. When it's stir fried, I'll eat one piece
Oh, really?
and then be done because it's so vegetable like.
Yeah. Because that, like Daddy say, this is a more light taste.
Yeah.
But if you pan fry, even steam, still almost 100% flavor still inside
Yeah.
the vegetable.
Yeah.
So it's little different tastes. It all depend what do you want. I like boil.
Yeah, me too.
呢度種唔種得芥蘭？
冇種過呢啲，
因為呢度
冇種
冇種過呢啲。
因為 so easy to buy in the market, so we
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about like oranges.
因為種佢咧割咗就係冇，割咗一次就冇啦。種其他嘢我割咗仲可以生出嚟啊嘛。
哦，I see. 你喺中國有冇食芥蘭啊？
哦，
種
有冇食喎？
食有。中國個中國 Chinese broccoli 啊嘛，中國芥蘭啊嘛，好多人中意食嘅。
It's very major common vegetable. Green vegetable. High potassium, high fiber,
Iron?
good taste. I think iron too.
Did you have it in your village or you have to buy it?
冇種嘅咧，
But
種白菜多，種白菜容易啫嘛。割咗有。
Thank you for your question.
Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for teaching us, Cam. It was a great class.
Yeah, then you will learn make Gai Lan for yourself when you go to school.
See.
Hi fan, nice to talk to fan again. Hopefully all the fan like our video, share our video, subscribe our video. Thank you so much for your support and thank you so much for your valuable time. So Cam, say thank you for all the fan. We see you next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.